This is Race for the Roster, where Stephen Caldwell has the weekly task of predicting Canada's World Cup squad as well as their starting 11 for the opening game next summer. But Stevie is clearly away this week, so Kevin Kilbane is here to weigh in. And let's get into it by looking at the current projection, the 26 for 26 Stephen has representing Canada next summer. He's locked in 7 of the 11 starters. The big change last week, Danny Oluwaseyi taking Kyle Larin's spot alongside Jonathan David. Larin also falling behind Promise David in the depth chart. As for this week's headlines, Jonathan David ending his goal drought with a dramatic late winner for Juventus in the Champions League. It's just his second goal for the Italian side and his first since late August. The other David also scoring a match winner in the Champions League. Promise with his 10th goal of the season in a 1-0 win over Galatasaray. Despite being linked with a move to the Premier League, our Matthew Shinetti is reporting that there's no indication David will change clubs in January. And Ali Ahmed and the Whitecaps are off to the MLS Cup final. Ahmed playing a part in all 3 of Vancouver's goals in their Western Conference final win over San Diego. What a game that was. But Kevin, we got to get to the big story of the week, and that would be the World Cup draw. So how do you think Jesse Marsch's starting 11 could change based off Canada's opponent in its opening game?
Yeah, well, that's something that Stevie's continuously said about how this is going to influence his roster come January, February time. And it absolutely does, because we know that Jesse Marsch has a set way of playing, but it will be changed slightly within the system that he uses, whoever they face in the opening game. I'm really looking forward to this draw Friday to see who they get finally, Sarah, because it seems like it's been such a long time in coming. But I think we will definitely see who Canada are going to line up with for that 11 in that opening game. We'll start to get more of a feeling for it anyway, yes.
Okay, and then Stevie's got 7 players locked in right now. Is there a player you think could be in danger of losing their starting spot?
Well, I love it when I do the show because I always mess around with his
Yes,
team ever so slightly. But if I'm looking at it overall, I think he's probably fairly set on this team now, and I'd probably go with him. Alistair Johnston is one position at right back right now. With the form that Nico Seguin is in and the way that he's been playing in the Canadian jersey, he's been outstanding since he's come into the setup, whether he's played in midfield or in his more natural position, it seems, when he plays in the Canada jersey at right back. I think that's probably the position that even Stevie will be looking at into the new year, because Alistair Johnston's injury and how he recovers from that. But that is the one position I think really now that lock might be changed come January, February time.
Okay, yeah, because Johnson had surgery on his hamstring, right? Okay, all eyes will be on Friday's World Cup draw. And who's going to be in Canada's group? We are going to have full coverage all day on TSN. And the key Canadians to watch this week will be on the Whitecaps as they take on Lionel Messi and Inter Miami in the MLS Cup final. A huge match that is available live on TSN on Saturday.